Presidents of Army General Raul Castro and Cuban President Miguel Díaz-Canel, the last session of the Cuban Parliament was held in Havana with a series of bills discussed as the country works to reform laws in accordance with its new constitution. Our correspondent Fabiola Lopez brings us the details.
The last gathering of Cuban lawmakers of 2021 began with a tribute to the educators of the island and to those who participated 60 years ago in one of the greatest feats of the Cuban Revolution, the literacy campaign. At the conclusion of the intense days of parliamentary debate, President Miguel Díaz-Canel refers to the victory of meeting face-to-face after 2 years of the pandemic, which is also a defeat for those who speak of Cuba as a failed state.
Es una derrota, dijo, para los que hablan de Cuba como un Estado fallido.
Un Estado fallido no soporta 62 años de bloqueo recrudecido.
A failed state cannot withstand 62 years of tightened blockade in the midst of the pandemic, nor can a dictatorship endure such blows. Firmly reject these terms with which they try to label a revolution that in successive acts of recreation has become an example of true dissidence to the global hegemony imposed by the dictatorship of capital.
A la hegemonía global impuesta por la dictadura del capital.
2 years after his appointment, the Cuban Prime Minister offered a report to the National Assembly. When referring to the task of the elimination of the dual currency system, which aims at giving the Cuban peso a central role in the island's financial system, he explained that the difficult situation of the world's economy and that of the country itself, along with problems generated due to the design and implementation of this policy, have had undesired results and sparked multiple dissatisfactions, which must be addressed and rectified.
Se mantiene el objetivo planteado de otorgarle al peso su papel como centro del sistema.
The objective of giving the Cuban peso its role at the center of the Cuban financial system is maintained. To achieve that, assertive measures must be adopted to halt the inflationary spiral and secure the country's macroeconomic stabilization, as well as boosting domestic production and increasing supply, which will be the shortest path to gradually resolving this complex problem.
Será el camino más corto en la solución gradual de este complejo problema.
In his speech to the Parliament, Minister of Economy Alejandro Gil informed that the Cuban economy is expected to continue its gradual recovery in 2022 and achieve growth in the region of 4%. He explained that tackling high inflation is the main challenge for the economy today.
No es verdad. Y es una matriz de opinión que intenta montar al enemigo.
It's not true, and it's an invention of the enemy to claim that the cause of inflation in Cuba is the correct design of the monetary restructuring process and the inadequate moment in which the government decides to implement it. This is not true. All of this would have been present with or without the monetary restructuring. Without currency regulation, we will have shortages. We will have loss of purchasing power. We will have price increases. All of these phenomena that are the basis of inflation are not caused by monetary restructuring, regardless of the fact that the regulation has its designs and implementation issues.
Con independencia de que el ordenamiento monetario, y somos nosotros los primeros en reconocerlo, tiene problemas de diseño y muchos problemas en su implementación.
During the 8th session of Parliament, Cuban legislators approved laws related to land use planning and the military judicial system, as well as the 23rd version of the Code of Families, which will be submitted to a public consultation process.
It is a project of adding and multiplying alternatives and opportunities, a democratic conquest that recognizes the rights of those who did not have them and reinforces and guarantees our rights to those who already enjoy them.
Dios bendiga este pueblo en el año que comienza. Dios bendiga a esta asamblea.
God bless this nation in the year that begins. God bless this assembly because Cuban families are present in this assembly. God bless our sky, our land, the infinite greatness of the work we do every day. To our President and our dear Raul, homeland of death in the name of our faith.
Patria o muerte en nombre de la fe.
The parliamentary session began with a standing ovation in memory of the historic leader of the Cuban Revolution, Fidel Castro.
We feel the presence of the undefeated commander-in-chief.
Just a few days before the beginning of the 63rd year of the Cuban Revolution, Fidel's chair remains vacant as a tribute.
Fabiola Lopez, teleSUR, La Habana.